Push volume up. Okay, well, I don't really have ability to work on this in time to make things look good, so here we are. Hi, part 2 of I was laying in bed in this guest bedroom visiting somebody, and I saw this vision of all these little birds leaving and flying way up in there, and it was wide, and it went, the little kids trying to beat the door down to get to me. I'm taking a little break to make a video, so I was praying about this that day as I woke up, and all throughout that day I was pondering it. And I was like, that was so amazing. I felt like something pulling out of my mind in the spirit. And like all the words, I really, really regretted ever saying anything negative about myself. Like someone on a post on Facebook said they were praying and they were talking with the Lord in their heart. And they said, oh, they were joking about themselves being OCD. And God said, it was quiet. And she's like, what? And he said, you know, they don't like when you curse yourselves, and calling yourself OCD is word cursing yourself. I think our words are more powerful than we realize, and they have more weight than we realize, and we really do want to. Not that you're afraid to say negative things of reality that's happening, but not as a habit. Always be looking on the bad side of things and always being negative. And I was programmed as a child to just think negatively and speak negatively and just put myself down a lot. So I wanted to give a little example and then tell, as I was thinking about this all that day, I was really saying, I really just want to stop being negative and stop. Anytime something comes up, remembering, yeah, that's what I hate all the time. Yeah, I always hated that. Yeah, I always hated that. And so why does it have to be that big of a deal? Just let it go and think about the things you like instead. It's just magnifying negativity instead of magnifying heaven. And we can bring heaven on earth through our hearts. And we can overpower the negativity around us and the atmosphere around us, and we can have heaven on earth. It takes effort. It takes us giving of our time to seek the Lord, reading the Word, telling Him thank you and being grateful and praising and worshiping Him. It takes time, and taking time to pray and talk to Him. All it costs us is our time and the effort to just try to seek God, and He provides everything. He buys us with His blood. Our life is bought. He pays off our contract with the devil. That's what Zeph says, and I like that phraseology. Who would do that for you? He bought out our contract with. We had a bad deal, man, and this world is bad. But Jesus bought it to be good, and He allows us to enforce it, the dominion in the earth, because we're here. He could just take over, but He delights to take over through us, pitiful humans. But we're in His image, so we're pretty magnificent. The condition is pitiful at times. But anyway, I was considering this vision and being so grateful at all this mind problems breaking, and these black birds were being pulled away like a flock. And as I was praying about it, I was just praising and worshiping God as I do all day. And I take the dog out periodically and I look at the sky, and sometimes there's like a lion in the clouds looking at me, or sometimes I see pictures in the clouds and it blesses my heart. And sometimes I see nothing, but I'll take a bunch of pictures and I share them with my friends on Facebook who are Christians, who pray about sending the host of heaven to do things. And that's in the Word. The host of heaven aren't angels that look like men with wings or not with wings. The host are the army, and they're creatures. So like there's good guy dragons and all kinds of weird looking things, but they're in the kingdom of heaven, because everything that fell used to be something good. So everything in the kingdom of darkness just perverted what's in heaven. We're at 3 minutes. It's going to be short, hopefully, God willing. I hope you can hear me. I just took pictures 360 around and I posted them. And as I looked, one of them, it was the 4th of July. So it was before dawn on the 4th of July that I saw this vision. Then one of the cloud pictures, and I'll post it as the thumbnail on this if I can figure out how to do that, was this Lady Liberty looking cloud with a torch and a star, and under the skirts was like a foot stepping on a snake's head, and in the background off to the side was like a tree with a serpent in it fading away, like the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which is at the root of all this judging and criticizing and trying to decide what's right and wrong. A lot of things. There's no right time to put a child to bed. That's the parent's decision. You can't say. There's no way to say when's the right time to give them their lunch or what food they should eat. Like, that is the parents' decisions, and we can't judge each other of when you're going to let them throw a fit and when you're not going to let them throw a fit, and when you're going to, like, so God is allowing these situations for us to be able to see what's in our hearts and learn the respectable lines of where interacting with people that's proper. And we all judge each other so much all the time, and we think there's right ways about everything when a lot of things are nebulous. They're not in the Word for a reason. There's no specific way a marriage should be in the Word, because it's by the Holy Spirit and those two people what God has for them, and it's their free will choice to choose how to order their days and to follow the Lord. So anyway, I was fasting, like that Isaiah fast of, is this the fast that you choose? Like, I'm starving myself and I'm only eating bread and water, but I'm pointing my fingers at everybody and being self-righteous and religious. You're sticking out the tongue and sticking out your finger and judging. This is the fast that God desires, that you stop judging people and stop blaming and pointing and judging. That's not my fault. I have problems because of you. No, everyone has their own problems because of their own stuff. We have our own issues because Jesus paid for us to be free. So we haven't received freedom. It's on us once we're adults to seek the Lord and say, okay, somebody did this to me before, but now why can't I get over it? What's my hang up? And then we find out where's the hook that the enemy has in us. And mine was really eating of that tree of the knowledge of good and evil, deciding what's right and wrong and being right, because I thought that would keep me safe. So I had a lot of problems in my thoughts in my childhood, but I don't want to get into that. 6 minutes. One of the cloud pictures I saw was this Lady Liberty looking spiritual picture thing with the torch and stepping on a serpent's head, and then this tree fading off separate in the background that was stepped on and separated, and then under the skirts, and the skirt kind of made that funnel shape too. Under the skirts was like peeled back, and it's my face, and there's a row of little tiny men looking angels in clouds trailing up across my face, which is like taking a chain off, and it's like my face is emerging from being submerged, which it was just really pretty awesome. And ever since, and that was July 4th, and here it's it's only the 10th? But it was the 11th already. I apologize for the poor quality, but you know what? This is only for people who are really going to stick with it and get something out of it by the Holy Spirit. It's not that I'm going to attract anybody with my good lighting and cinematography. There's content here, and if you get through my presentation and my verbosity and my confusion, the Holy Spirit can give you a revelation if it's for you to have, so whatever. One little example of stopping being negative. I was trying really hard not to put myself down all the time. It's very difficult when that's a bad habit of just saying, yeah, I'm stupid, or oh, I'm an idiot, or just thinking everything's always my fault, or I just always do things bad, or negative, obvious negative stuff. I'm trying to be a normal person, interacting with people, and just being relaxed and casual. We buy little stuff for the kids. We go home from the store, and they have those little twist tie punch things where it's like a stick with 2 plastic sticks. And if they're left in your shirt, it'll poke you under your armpit, and it kind of hurt like a needle. Or if you pull it off, it falls on the floor, and babies can pick it up. You really have to find it. And if you pop it off, it's stuck in the threads. They're like a pain in the neck to get out. Like, these little things are annoying. And I would always joke that, oh, that's my pet peeve. I don't know if any of you remember the 70s where they had Tiger Beat magazine, and they'd be like, oh, my turn-ons and my turn-offs. I always say, these little things are my turn-off. I hate them. I hate these little stupid things. But, I don't have to say that every time I buy something and there's a thing, and it's like, oh, it rips the thread in the sock, or And I realize this is ridiculous. Every time I see these things, they really tick me off and annoy me. It's just a little piece of plastic on a tag, on a piece of pants, or clothing, or whatever. And yeah, maybe it stabbed me, and I used to have exaggerated pain response, and like that little tiny prick would remind me of a whole lot of other pain, and it just seemed worse than it really is. It's just a little piece of plastic thing, and if you be careful, it's not stuck in your clothes. It won't hurt you. So I just realized, what? I said that, and they're very nice here, and they're like, oh yeah, I hate that too, So they're just being nice about it. And they have their stuff they talk about, and I talk. We're all nice to each other. We try. But then I decided to not do that, and I prayed about it, and all of a sudden, it just doesn't bother me anymore. All of a sudden, I'm really grateful for them. Like, I didn't do that. I just woke up one day, a couple days ago, thinking, I really like those things. Because they keep your socks together when you're buying them, and then you have your pair, or they have the tag on the pants that you need to know what the information is, or it just holds things together that need to be folded right when you're buying something. And I just, all of a sudden, I had this like deep, heartfelt appreciation in my heart for these stupid little plastic things. It's ridiculous, but It's kind of nice not to be annoyed every time I see one of those things. That's nice, not have that little trigger. And then I went shopping in Walmart with my daughter today, which I hate Walmart because oftentimes they have the gang stalking thing and it just clicks in and people are really mean and nasty. But I've been praying and getting free from that and not like thinking about it or giving it my attention or energy so it goes away. And we went to Walmart and I just really appreciated every employee. I really thank God we have stores in America where you can just go buy whatever you want. If you need stuff, you could just go get it. And thank God there's labels on things and little tags that tell you stuff. And the people who stock the shelves, I just was so grateful because we're getting ready for this little kid's party. And we want to have a bunch of decorations and little plastic plates that are certain colors and little toys. And she's not spending a lot of money, but she's spending a little bit of her money. And we're going to do a little effort decorating. We're going to have a fun little party and some family over. And it's so nice. We can just go to this store and just find a bunch of stuff and have it and use it. And I just think simple things like that, you know, we don't appreciate as much. I don't want to be judgmental about that because, you know, I used to be like every time I go in the store, I just am hating on the world because I hate that food should be free for everyone. And I hate that water and everything should be free. And we should all be living like kings on this earth. And there's a bunch of evil people who have a lot of power in this world, not necessarily even just money, the money and power, who make it bad for everyone when we should live like easily, have a great life. This little kid, I just saw a video on YouTube. I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw the front of it. He read books in a library, and he built his town in Africa a windmill that makes power for their whole village. And he dug them a well that with a pump that works to bring them water. This one child, like a teen, read information and built a windmill and a well. So it really ticks me off when I go in the store and food is ridiculously expensive because of fake controls of markets and things and a bunch of evil people playing puppet master with the whole world and the economy and the market system, and the world is so evil. It just makes me mad. There's poor people suffering and dying and there's no reason for it. But, you know, if you focus on that all the time, it's depressing. And you don't just have to look at the dark side of things. There is the good side. There's all these nice people made in the image of God trying and doing their best to get along and live their life. And because of their little efforts they did all day long, there's stuff stocked on shelves that I could use and I could need. I just all of a sudden was feeling really grateful. And it was kind of supernatural because who really likes to shop at Walmart? I mean, I guess it is kind of fun to shop at Walmart when it's not crowded and just look at all the stuff. But I wasn't mad about the world system like I usually am, and it made me happy to just be happy. And we played in Walmart, and we were rolling around the carts and spinning and racing and chasing each other, and we had fun. But I'm not mad about those stupid tags anymore, and I got that really cool vision and really cool picture, and I'm fasting judging and negativity, and I would encourage you all to fast judging and negativity because it makes your life better, to be grateful and magnify heaven and not magnify hell with your life. God bless you. Bye-bye.